You can now create and update your ClickUp tasks from ClickUp to Sheets. I'm a ClickUp verified consultant and I help companies set up the software. And one of the feedback I got for some clients was like, we want to be able to export our tasks to Google Sheets to be able to manipulate it and have some data around it, and potentially being able to create and update tasks from Google Sheets. And that's finally possible with ClickUp to Sheets. If you haven't been following this Google Workspace add-on, I've been developing it for the last months. It's one of the features that's been asked to me the most. Everyone wants that, and it's obviously a bit hard to implement and to comprehend. So it took me some time, but it's finally there. If you get access to ClickUp to Sheets on the trial or on the business plan, you will have access to the two-way sync feature. Now let's have a look at how it works. Once you've downloaded the add-on from the Google Workspace Marketplace, you'll have access to this on your right panel. If I leave this here on the side panel in the bottom right, you can open up that panel and click ClickUp to Sheets. Now, first thing you want to do is enable two-way sync. So prompt to enable it, and if you click there, you will just create a trigger behind the scenes that's going to be able to synchronize tasks two ways. Now let's have a try with an example. So I have some tasks and some subtasks if I open up a few of them, and we're going to import that list to Google Sheets. So let's get back to Google Sheets and then click Sync a New List. From there, it's going to prompt you to pick your workspace, space, and folder. So you're going to go into the exact same context where you were. So I'm going to pick my agency's workspace, and then from there, I'll pick the right space. So it's in my delivery demo space. And then the right folder, it's in the ongoing folder in ClickUp. Okay. And then I'm going to pick my Monsters Inc. list. Now let's import it and have a look. The small new update, by the way, you'll import your statuses, your priorities, your custom field as colored fields, which wasn't possible before. So we'll have a look at how it works. And we can also enable the previous features like the scheduled sync, include everything if you want to, and then click two-way sync. So it's that feature here on top. I'm gonna click Start My Sync, and then gonna prompt me about a few information, because two-way sync is a little bit dangerous in the sense that not only can it update tasks in your ClickUp account, it can also create some new ones on your behalf based on the edits that you do in Google Sheets. So you have to be super careful about it. It can sync up to 200 tasks for now at once, which means each new update you can synchronize 200 new updates. If you want to do it in batches, you can edit 200 tasks in Google Sheets, and then you can click Update Lists, and then you can do an update for another 200 new tasks. But we're just going to do the example for a few tasks just to give it a try. So I've opened up my sheet here, and it's colored the columns that are editable. Not every column is editable because it would be too hard to bring in the data from Google Sheets to ClickUp for any type of information. There's too big of a risk for assignees, for example, or for tags, that you make a mistake in what you type and then ClickUp doesn't recognize the data, so the workflow will fail. So for now, the only fields that you can synchronize are the task names, the task descriptions, the status, the start date, the due date, and the priority. And we're going to see how it looks. So we're going to start to update two tasks, and then we're going to create two tasks just to give it a try and to show you how this new feature works. So after a minute of wait, I have everything here that has been imported from ClickUp. So I have the name, the description, the statuses, as I told you, with the coloring. So everything is in open status right now. And then the priority, the points, the time estimates, and the batch. If you want to make sure that you can edit the column, it tells you here on top, you can edit the column if you hover over any column that is editable. So we're going to try editing a start date and a due date for this empty one. And we can add maybe a description to it and see how it works. We're going to copy paste the dates from here to the row number 6 and say this task is from the 19th of January till the 31st. Well, first off, you have to make sure that you're following the right pattern. So 19th of January till the 31st, and that it's a date format. So I recommend you, if you have empty dates, to copy and paste the content from a row above or below, and then to edit it manually on that row. On the next update, this should reflect on the update doc view task. And then we're going to add a description. We're going to say this task was updated with save to ClickUp. I put it in uppercase to recognize it. And then maybe you can update client design system. Just going to change the priority. I'm going to say it's urgent. And I'm going to say this task is urgent and updated with save to ClickUp. Just a few changes. And now say I want to create some new tasks. So what I can do is get to the bottom of my Google Sheet and then type in the amount of tasks I want to create. So if I want to create 2 new tasks, I'm going to type in 2 and click add. And once you've clicked add, it's going to add 2 new rows. And I can use those rows and add a name and a description to my task. You have to at least add a task name, otherwise you cannot really create a task on ClickUp. So that's the least you need to do. Otherwise, ClickUp the Sheets will not recognize that row and it will not bring it to ClickUp. So we'll add a new task name example, just to be very explicit about what we're creating. And then new task name 2 example. And then we can choose a status. So if I want to put in progress, I can type in the status in lowercase. Now you have to be very, very careful about this because you have to make sure that you have a status that is exactly like this in ClickUp and you can type it in lowercase. Otherwise, if you bring in your statuses, ClickUp the Sheets should know all the statuses that it got, but because all the tasks were open, it didn't know there was an in progress status in ClickUp. So obviously you want to change a status that's brand new, you have to hard type it yourself. Now, just to make sure, I'll get back to ClickUp and I'm checking the status. It's called in progress, same typo, and I'm just bringing it to lowercase. Next thing we can do is add some dates on those. So I'm going to copy and paste the dates from above, and I don't need to add a description for now. Let's reopen my add-on and it's going to load that sync, Monsters Inc. So I'm going to open it up, go into the settings, and then from there, I'm going to click update my sync. If I click that, it's going to prompt me again. So you have to be very careful about this. One important aspect is that if you don't do this and you've enabled scheduled syncs, these updates will be done to ClickUp anyway. So you don't have to do the update sync each time. If you do this and you go to bed, you wake up the day after, these updates should be reflected in ClickUp. But I'm going to click yes and do it manually just to showcase you how it works. So we've clicked yes, the update is starting, and it's just filtered out the tasks that we've edited, okay? So we must have made some edits on this one because it recognized it as an edit, but if we didn't change anything, it's not a big problem anyway. So we have to remember the names of those tasks to go check them out later in ClickUp. We have the offboarding, the update doc, the update client, and the new task examples. Let's wait for a few minutes and see how it works. Again, every new thing takes about a minute, and once you see that the sheet is being emptied, it's a good sign because it means it's bringing up the new tasks. As you can see, we already have those tasks. So it means it was in ClickUp. It created them in an in-progress status. Actually brought the color of that status, which is amazing. And if I get back to ClickUp right now, I should see them. So let's have a look. I'm into ClickUp and I have those 2 new tasks, new task example 1, new task example 2, with their start date, their due date. And let's have a look at the one called update doc view. It should be a subtask right here. All I have to do is put my subtask as separate task and search for it, update doc view. There you go. So it's been put to from the 19th to the 31st, like we did. And then if I open it up, we have a description. This task was updated with save to ClickUp. I'm really happy about this feature. I wanted you to try it out. You have drop downs in the status, in the priority, you have colored fields, and most importantly, you have two-way sync, which means you can automatically synchronize your tasks 2 ways and create and update tasks from Google Sheets. Thank you for watching this video. Go give ClickUp the Sheets a try. It's available on the Google Workspace add-on. There's a link down in the description. And if you're happy about it, subscribe. If you want to do two-way sync, you can go for the business plan. I hope it helps you out. And if you have any question, I'm always here to support you. Enjoy ClickUp the Sheets and stay productive.